Alright folks, welcome back to yet another video, and it's going to be yet another tier list, as you can see right next to me very clearly. Mentioned yesterday that this is obviously not a very original idea, and now it's not even original on this own channel because I've now made it a double upload within the same weekend. The ideas are running a little bit thin now that we're getting into the third month of lockdown. However, once again we are back for yet another tier list video, and this one is going to be of a similar vein to the one that I did yesterday, except this one is going to be covering Scottish Premiership teams from the 2019-20 season and putting specifically strikers of each Scottish Premiership team into a tier list. Once again, I'll show you the tier list up on screen right now just so you can see the tiers individually. We have next level, good but not that good, meh, not for me, and just bad. Yesterday was quite a fun way to do this sort of thing, so we'll do this again and see if you agree or disagree with my choices this time round, as there was obviously different opinions for yesterday. But it's fine, opinions are healthy. So without further ado, let's get into it. Sam Cosgrove, Aberdeen striker, is first up, and I'm going to put him straight in the good but not that good category. Now this one may make more sense as we move on further into the video and you see who I'm putting in the next level category, but for me, Sam Cosgrove is a very good goal scorer in the Premiership, but he's not quite that next level that you really expect him to make a big move in his career, or that he's proven over years that he's going to be a really good Premiership quality striker. He's done it for about 2 seasons now, and if he can stay at Aberdeen and do it consistently more, or indeed get a bigger move and really go to prove me wrong in that sense, then he will indeed move up to that next level. Sam Cosgrove in the good but not that good category. And moving on to one of his strike partners at Aberdeen, Curtis Main. And unfortunately for Curtis, it's going to be pretty much the exact opposite from his strike partner at Aberdeen. They're two very similar players, but I really simply rate Cosgrove far higher than I do Curtis Main, so unfortunately for Curtis, he is going to be the only one included in this category within the video. Just bad. I don't get Curtis Main. I've never really got him. He obviously started at Motherwell, and back in the day when Motherwell really didn't play that great football and they were known for being more of a thuggy type side, Curtis Main was their main striker, or at least one of them, and he's always kind of fitted that mould for me. Quite a ugly striker in terms of the way he plays, and I've never really taken to him as a player, and I just think it's like a B-Tech version of Mr Cosgrove up there when Aberdeen have to go and play Curtis Main, and it's just one that I've never rated. But again, it's just opinions, don't shoot me. One that will be going in the not for me category though is Hamilton striker Marius Ogumpo. He's a big lad, Marius, but I just don't really like him as a player. I don't think he's got a hell of a lot about him. He simply just holds up the ball in my opinion, and I don't think he's really ever going to break into a sort of next level type striker. You've seen the types of Lyndon Dykes being a more target man figure and kind of adapting his game to make himself a better player, and I just don't see that from Marius Ogumpo. He's obviously similar to other strikers within the league that have got that type of presence upon them, and for me, I just don't rate Marius in the same vein as maybe some others that do that role as well. So, fortunately for Marius, he's the first one to enter into the not for me category. But now we'll go into the first player that is obviously, definitely, 100% going in the next level category, and it is indeed Celtic striker Odsonne Edouard. There can be no doubt with this one, to be honest. Like, I couldn't put him in any other category, and if you put him in any other category, then you're not being truthful. Let's be fair. This guy is next level in comparison to some of the other strikers I've got on this list, and I just don't see how you could put him in any other category. And the same can be said for this guy, Alfredo Morelos. Now yes, he's had a bit of an underwhelming season in terms of league goals, seeing Jermaine Defoe score more goals than him in a Rangers shirt, but there can be no doubt that Alfredo Morelos has done his bit in terms of the European stage for Rangers, and he's been a consistent goal scorer for the past, 3 or 4 seasons for Rangers. So it's another one for me that there can be no doubt where I'm going to put him on this list. He's maybe not of the exact same level as Odsonne Edouard, but is definitely one that you could argue is on the same level, like many football fans will do. Argue, disagree, etc. Opinions. I mentioned him earlier in this video as a similar type of player to Marius Ogumpo, but one that I do actually rate far higher than Marius. It's Lyndon Dykes. Now this man is going to prove me wrong from his days at Queen of the South, and he's now getting linked with moves to other clubs. He's not yet that next level, so you can obviously tell where I'm going to put him, but I think he deserves it, and ultimately if he can move to one of those bigger clubs or continue to prove it with Livingston as well, then I see no reason why he couldn't eventually move up to that next level. He'd probably have to do quite a lot to get there, but anyway, for now it's in the good but not that good category. Another one that's heading straight into the not for me category is St Johnstone striker Stevie May. Bit of a mixed bag, this guy's career really, obviously. Back in his Alloa days, brilliant goal scorer, and then moved on to bigger and better things down south and then back up to Scotland. Went to Aberdeen, really did nothing with his career. St Johnstone kind of revitalised it a bit, especially in the latter part of this season, but I still just don't think he really cuts the mustard these days. Obviously, back in the day, great goal scorer, but now I'm not too sure, and definitely I'm erring on the side of saying that he's not for me, so that's why he's in that category. Next up is the Wolf, Eamon Brophy, and he's going to be the first one that heads straight into the meh category in this video. Again, just another one that has been rated highly by some and not by others, and for me, I'm in the not rating him as highly category, so therefore he has to go in that middle section. He's not anywhere near good enough in my opinion to be classed as good but not that good, but then he's not for me either, so it's one of those. Hibs striker Christian Doidge is up next, and it's another one that he simply can't be put in that next level category yet. He's a good player but not that good, so there you go. Straight forward as you like. Another addition in the next level category though has to be the top goal scorer in terms of league goals this season at Rangers. Mentioned him earlier, Jermaine Defoe. He's played at the highest level of football. He's done it for almost 20 years now, it must be. He's been a player that's proven it at every level, scored at every level he's been at, and he's doing it now with Rangers. He's not scored as many on other fronts, but he's obviously, as I said, been the leading goal scorer in terms of league goals for Rangers this season, which is impressive in itself. So therefore, next level for me, and I don't think there can be much debating about that. And the final player for this video to be in the not for me category is Hearts striker Liam Boyce. Just one that I'm not entirely convinced on now. It's another one that in the past was a decent goal scorer, like I mentioned with Stevie May, but now Liam Boyce just hasn't cut the mustard, so it's not for me. He's not just bad, nowhere near it, but he's just not one that I really think is of good quality, or the same quality as he used to produce. Motherwell striker Chris Long, who is now going to go in the same category as a striker that Motherwell have just signed from the Championship that I put in yesterday's tier list video. I put Jordan White in the good but not that good category, and Chris Long is getting the exact same treatment. So therefore, the Well now have two strikers that are good but not that good. They're getting there. Ross County striker Billy Mackay is up next on my list, and he's just going to go straight in the meh category. I've controversially left Ross Stewart out of this. Obviously he is another Ross County forward, but I've seen him played a bit more on the wing, and I'm strictly doing centre forwards in this video, so Billy Mackay is the only Ross County representative within this video. If I was doing Ross Stewart, he'd probably be in that sort of meh category as well, because he's not good but not that good either. Him and Billy Mackay very similar in terms of quality for me, with Ross Stewart perhaps having that wee bit more potential, obviously because he's younger. Stephen Naismith is up next, and I did say that he was the best player at Hearts, but however, he's not going to rate that highly in this list. He is going to go again in that meh category. Again, just another one that I don't think fits into any other categories, so he has to sit in that middle level. So unfortunate for him, but I see no other place to put him in this tier list. And the final person to go in the meh category is Jonathan Obika of St Mirren. Now, it's a bit of a similar one to the rest of them. There isn't really another category that I can see him going into at this moment. He could eventually go into that good but not that good category, but for now I don't see it, so he's going to be in the meh one. And to finish the video off, it's Celtic striker Lee Griffiths. Am I going to put him in the good but not that good category, or the next level category? Next level for me. Now this is one of the ones that, yes, of course, he's not got the same monetary value as Alfredo Morelos or Odsonne Edouard, and he's obviously not got the experience at all levels that Jermaine Defoe has. However, Lee Griffiths has proven his worth in the Scottish Premiership year on year and scored a tremendous amount of goals for both club and country and been an important asset for both. So I see that being the main reason why he warrants being in the next level category. Let me know your opinion on that one, because I think that's maybe the most controversial one out of the next level category that I've chosen. But that's it for this video, guys. Cheers for watching. If you did enjoy it, please give it a like. I'll put the tier list up on screen now, and you can have a look at it and comment down below what you think of my tier list and where you would have put certain players within your own version. Subscribe for more of this type of content, and until the next video, I'll see you then. Cheers, guys.